Well, welcome back to the life of a software founder building software using AI from a London office. We are in a new office. Obviously, it looks like a complete hellhole in here. I'll give you guys an office tour in a bit. And today, I'm actually working on a different SaaS product. It's called Trend Feed, and I'm going to show you in a minute what it does. But the goal is we're going to launch it hopefully the 26th of February, so tomorrow, 2025. I started it Wednesday last week, so in under 7 days, built entirely using AI. And we want to see if we can actually sell this company within 90 days. So the goal is if we can get it to, I think it's 60k a year in annual recurring revenue, we want to see if we can actually sell it for 150,000 pounds. So with that being said, currently I'm using actually Claude 3.7 Sonnet Thinking, which is the new language model that came out yesterday, with Cursor Agent to build this app, and it's honestly insane. But now I'm bound to get a load of questions on how we actually came up with the idea and timeframes and what sort of features I'm going to build. So this is actually some of the behind the scenes content of us actually planning out how we're going to build the app, what features we're going to have in it, and how long it's going to take.
So the plan is start a software company and in the next 90 days set it for $100,000.
Yeah, so was it 19th of Feb?
When does our 90 days start?
Today. All I'm going to build is this news database today. So this is going to be launch number 1, this is going to be launch number 2, okay? This means we can get an actual product launched, shown a webinar within the next week. And now all of that is really cool, but one of the biggest problems that I have had, and people usually have, I think, when they're launching their first SaaS, is they spend far too much time sort of building far too many complicated features. My philosophy is build 2 core features, get it launched, get some people paying to use it, then get them to tell you what features to add. But we've literally got like 4 days of actual working time, because obviously I'm taking the weekend off, to actually build this thing, get all the marketing stuff sorted, which obviously Matthew's going to be doing, and then making sure the app's actually going to get users and it's going to work. So we need to be able to make sure that there's videos going out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So here's the deal. Wednesday at 7 p.m. We've got to get this built, we've got to get this ready to go, and we've got to make at least £5 grand. We can start a tied bank account, we can put £5 grand into that tied bank account on day 1.
Okay, editing Sebastian here. I appreciate this video is a little bit confusing. The timeframes are jumping around a bit because I wasn't really planning on making this into like a proper vlog. But basically, let me get you caught up. On the 19th of February, we had an idea to build a software. We started building, I think I started building on the day of the 19th. And what you've seen is us planning out that timeline on how long it's going to take us. So it's 25th of February in this video. The launch is on the 26th of February. Now I'm going to show you a demonstration of what I've built so far within like a 3-day period. So let me demonstrate what this app does. Basically, the goal of it is to find trending, viral, newsworthy content, and then from that, you can go ahead and generate scripts. So for example, if this is a viral trending news story, it's going to go ahead and analyze this news story. We're going to tell us, how viral this story is. Then what we can do is actually generate a script from this using AI. It's actually generated as a script. We can see all of our different scripts here. And the reason for this is because you can actually go incredibly viral when you're reporting on the news on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts. And that just means that you can get paid from like the CPB program. It's being built using Next.js, Supabase as the database. We're deploying on Vercel, built entirely using AI, 100% Cursor. And again, if you guys want to learn how to build using Cursor, click the top link down below in the description. I do lots of live classes showing you how to build your first SaaS business using AI. There's lots of other bits and pieces I still want to improve on this. It's a rough idea of what I've built in literally actually only 4 days I've spent on this product so far. Right, there we have it. Significantly better trending feed. I've basically got the AI to adjust this endpoint here. It does a whole load of categorization and finds the top viral trending newsworthy content. So I just had a meeting with Matthew, and the plan is obviously tomorrow we're doing the webinar to try and sell this product. We've only got like 30-40 people signed up so far, so we're aiming to get 300, so we've got to get 10 times the amount of leads in literally 24 hours, so we'll see how that goes. He's pushing and heading up the marketing, doing all of that stuff, building the webinar, the landing pages, the funnels, the sales side of things. That just gives me time to focus on building the product. So what I'm going to do now is, while I work on just sort of getting some of the UI changes, like here where it's not loading a page, I'm trying to fix this. I'm just setting up the domain. So it's called Trend Feed. And what we're going to do is we're going to link it now to our Vercel account. So I'm going to come into Vercel. This is Trend Feed here, which is where I'm deploying it. And we're just going to link it up so then the domain is actually ready to go. So actually I completely forgot to film what I've been doing, but I'm now getting the app ready to deploy. So what I've done is I'm currently just setting it up in Supabase. And you can see here when we're trying to deploy it in Vercel,
we're getting these errors. And all it is literally just going through and just looking through these errors and then copying these errors, handing it back to Cursor, tagging the file where this is happening, and then basically fixing those errors and just working through that instant loop. We've also got to do the Google sign-in stuff so people can sign up through Google. I've also created just a basic landing page, which took longer than I was hoping, but it says it's now deployed. So if we actually come back to the project, if we go to trend feed app, the app is currently live. There we go, trendfeed.app is officially live on the 25th of February at 20 past 4. See if we can actually sign up and create an account. So click sign up with Google. Right, we need to go ahead and fix that stuff. Well, as with anything, it's taking significantly longer to get this all set up. And for some reason, the deployment is linked to the wrong database. I almost deleted the wrong database. I'm just going to test. I think I've now unlinked it, it's unintegrated, and it should now be linked to the correct database. It's not what you want, right? The day before you actually get your app launched and you're trying to get customers, you just can't deploy. You can probably tell I'm getting quite tired now as well. Just redeploy it, and once this builds, hopefully it'll build linking to the new database, which means we'll then be able to log in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run the app and we're going to sign up. It looks like it worked, but it's just redirecting them to the wrong page. The user is actually being created, it's just a redirection issue. That's probably not that difficult to fix. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go into Cursor Agent and we're going to see if it can fix that problem for us. Cool, so gone ahead and we've just changed the redirect, so that's done. We've just pushed that commit now. And then I'm going to send it over to my brother. He can start filming some course content. We're going to have a course inside the software, which is going to teach them how to use the software and get the best possible results from the software, and that also adds to the value of the product. And there we have it. Awesome. So it's now redirecting us directly into the dashboard, but all I need to do now is just double check that everything works in the live version. So we shouldn't be able to see this. That's one bug that we need to fix. A couple of bugs that we need to fix, but now it's happy. We can go ahead. I can send it up to my brother. He can start filming some course content for this. So the app is now working. Now all we're doing is we have put together a webinar. Well, Matthew's doing a webinar for this, which is just, if those of you guys don't know, just watch Russell Brunson's stuff. That's how he sold ClickFunnels. But the webinar by far outcompetes landing pages, sales calls, literally everything to bring on customers. The goal is to see if we can get people to pay, I think it's between $150 to $249 for the product. So Matthew's just building out the webinar while I've been building the software, and I'm just going to go through, review what he's done. So it's 5 o'clock now. I've got a webinar that I'm doing tonight for my own company, my own separate business, and then we've got tomorrow to basically market it, get the views, push people to the webinar. I've got to fix all the bugs in the product, film the course that goes with the product, and then get customers paying us for this. God, and the webinar tomorrow is at 7 p.m, so we really haven't got much time. So it is now 5:30. The app is kind of ready. Most of the bugs are fixed. It's ready for launch. It's not perfect. There's a lot of stuff I still need to change. But what I wanted to do is talk about the marketing strategy for this app. There is a 3-stage plan. Now I have covered up stage 2 and 3 for retention purposes. Stage 1 is the personal brand. Now obviously Matthew and I have a micro personal brand, right? I've got this YouTube channel, I've got my Instagram, which has got 50,000 followers, and my TikTok, which has got 23,000 followers. That is literally just going to be to prove the sales funnel and to get some revenue coming into the business. So first of all, I don't want people saying, well, actually, I haven't got a personal brand, I haven't got any followers, so I can't do the same thing. When I first launched ChatIQ, I had 42 followers. So I was exactly the same, but I still managed to make it work. Okay, so you just need to get good at creating content, and the only way to do that is create content. Now we are creating a Monzo business account, which actually is already created, which has got £0 in it. So we're going to be able to track all the money coming in, all the money going out, and I will let you guys know how much money this has made as this program goes on. The ultimate goal is to see if we can actually make $60,000 in annual recurring revenue in less than 90 days, which is a huge task. So stage 1 is to see if the personal brand can actually generate the first initial cash flow. The target we're going for is roughly $2,000. And the reason for that is because stage 2 is ads. So basically the idea with ads is we'll know that the sales funnel works with personal brand because it's generated this much in revenue. We then scale it with ads rather than with our personal brand. Right, so and I'll probably make a video talking about actually the sales funnel of this a little bit down the line because I don't want it to be too obvious. I don't want to share too much about that. But basically, if we get a amount of leads and we get a specific conversion rate, we know that this funnel works. Stage 2 means we just take that strategy and then we run with ads. And it's very simple to do that. The only difficulty being is because we want to exit from this software at some point, we want all of the ads to be faceless. So it doesn't show our face, it's not related to us as a personal brand. That way it's easier to sell the business. And I think really that's just going to be a matter of testing and creating different ads and trying to work that out because we haven't really done much with that.
But stage 3, which we'll probably avoid, I don't know if we'll actually get stuck with stage 3 or not, is influencers. And this is basically just getting people to promote the content and push traffic to the sales funnel. Then we can just reuse that creative as ads. So that's the rough goal. The website is built. The sales funnel is currently built. We're currently bringing on leads. I have no idea how many leads we got. I think we've got about 50 to 60 leads now for the sales funnel tomorrow. It's a live event that we're doing to sell this product. And tomorrow we've got to see if we actually make any sales, because I don't know if this is even going to work, right? It's been good because I've been able to create content about this, but yeah, I have no idea if this is going to work. But the point is, right, you've got to pick an idea which is quick and easy to build, but relatively easy to sell, okay? Because if I had spent, 6 months or 3 months building this idea, and that idea wasn't, any good, and then I didn't get any revenue from it, I've wasted 6 months. Whereas the reality is here, I've wasted 4 days. So it's not a huge amount of time and effort involved in getting to this point, and I've got quite good at building with AI. That's why I do those live classes. If you want to learn how to build with AI, it is a valuable skill, right? So if you want to build a software business, it's very valuable. But obviously, I will keep the series going. Obviously, this is like a single day vlog, so I'll end this vlog at the end of the day. But it's now 5:45. I'm doing a sales call tonight for my own software and my own business, my own company. So I need to prepare for that. Oh God. And then I've got to find time to finish building that app as well. So at some point I'm going to have to hire a developer to help me, but you get the idea. Anyway, pretty cool. Okay, I completely forgot to film the rest of the day. I just did some marketing stuff for my current business. Today we made £750, so I'll put a thing on the screen. Actually, I'll show you now. So £557 collected through WAP and another £250 collected through Stripe. So that comes in, I think roughly that's like £805 collected today. But my ultimate goal is I want to get this new software completed and finished. There's a lot of stuff that I still need to work on in this current business to getting it improved, and a lot of it comes from traffic sources. But yeah, not bad, £800 day. And then tomorrow we're just going to basically work on getting the whole sales funnel and sales strategy finalized for Trend Feed and just fixing those final bugs. But it's basically ready to go. But I will see you guys in the next video. But if you guys would like to learn how to build your first app using AI like Trend Feed, build a micro SaaS and launch it, go ahead and click the top link down below in the description and register for one of my free live classes. But I will see you guys in my next video.